Welcome to Classic Car Cave, or welcome back to Classic Car Cave. So, in my last video I was showing that the guys had come over from the UK because, as I said, we were supposed to be going to IMM 2020, 2021, and obviously they were all cancelled due to COVID. So as you can see, I've got my Mini Cooper back. From my understanding, the engineering turf has been done. And you may, I'll do some on the camera, but you may see that on the top of these shiny arches there's like rubber extensions. In Austria, the wheel or the tyre, not just the tread, but the whole wheel has to be inside. And on the back of the Mini it's not an issue, but it was on the front. Also, when I got it back, the rear suspension has been jacked up because apparently there's a minimum requirement. I think it's 12 centimetres ground clearance. Why, I don't know. Yeah, there was a few other little bits and pieces that had to be done. Now, I still don't have the paperwork for it. God knows why it's taken so long, but we've been assured that it has gone through the turf and we're just waiting for their approval. And I would like to actually drive it. This car has been finished nearly 2.5, well, it's nearly 3 years in fact. I remember taking it to, it had just finished and I'd taken it to IMM 2019. But the car's running great. Max did this engine and gearbox for me, and it's absolutely immaculate. In fact, the guys who came over drove it. It wasn't running very well at the time, but it's running perfect now. It was a fuel issue because it had been sat where the place went to the turf for nearly 9 months, 10 months. But we've got it fixed now. Yeah, and the car's great. I just want to get it on the road and enjoy it. So this is the update with the Cooper. So, to give you an update what's happening with the track car, everything's running pretty well. We're going to take this passenger seat out now and it'll stay out. What I would like to do with this car is take it off the 13s and put it on 12s. But I just happen to have the 13s, but we will wear all these tyres out first before we think about doing that. And I'll possibly see if I can sell these 13s on. If we can't do that, then we'll leave them on it. It just makes, for short circuits, it's extremely tough on the steering, and the 12s would make it better, I think. But for the longer circuits like Panoni Ring, they're perfect. So we'll see what the situation is. I've got the bonnet off, as you can see at the moment. That's because we have a rocker cover gasket on it that it's too thick, and it's a basic one for an 850. So it's not got the 11 stud, is it 10, 11 stud, 10, 11 stud? Whatever. It's not got the cutouts on it, and then what we need is the rubberized one, which I'm going to try and get. But apart from that, it's running really good now. This anti-roll bar's made a massive difference to the back of it. You know, there's a few more bits and pieces. We're putting an Omix gear shift on it, which is Alex is getting for me. Alex Hart is getting for me in the UK, which we'll put onto the dashboard so we have a shift light, and apparently you can even actually program it to give you this, you know, what is it, launch control, yeah, whatever. I don't think we'll need it, but that's the update on the track car. I'm very happy with it at the moment, and as I said, we just need to take that passenger seat out because we only drive with one in it. So, the Citroen, it's a U11 Citroen, 1935 to 1937, I'm not sure exactly. I've got a body tag, I've got a chassis tag and a body tag, and from that I'm pretty sure I can find out exactly what the date is. You will notice that the wheels have been painted yellow. These are the original wheels that came with it, but had no tyres, and the same on the back. We had these huge, great things. Now, these tyres that are on it are second hand, but I had to get inner tubes on, so we had to sandblast the rims, put brand new inner tubes in them, and get some tyres for it, and they're very awkward size because they're like 15 or 15 and a half. It's a bit strange size, but I managed to get from my local dealer. It's basically cost me €50 a corner, and considering they've changed them all, put brand new tubes in and the tyres, I think that's pretty reasonable. So basically €200 to put it on these tyres. But this vehicle, I'm going to preserve it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to strip it, sandblast the chassis, sandblast everything, the engine, and turn it into basically a pickup truck. So the body, the front of the body, the only thing that's left, the cab, if you like, we'll have to completely rebuild, and it'll have to be done in lead load and so on. And the basic colour on it will be yellow and black, hence the colour of this. But going on to that, I'm going to, on Sunday, we're going to Munich. My wife is going to a show called Analytica. She does exhibition business in Dubai, and it's the same as laboratory equipment, so she's going to see some people there. I'm going to then take the opportunity to drive down to Belgium, where I'm going to go and see a chap called Steve, who has a channel called D3S Shooter, and I've been watching it for some time, and he's got some parts he's going to give me that will fit the Citroen and, strangely enough, the XK and a few other bits and pieces. He's been very kind. He did a video where he cleared out somebody's garage and he's given a lot of stuff away. Very good of him. So I'm going down to see him in Belgium, and then I'll be popping on from Belgium to the Netherlands, to Holland, to S&G Barrett in the Netherlands, to pick up some wheels, some 72 spoke 16x6 wheels for the XK. So that's basically the Citroen sorted out. While I'm there, I'm going to try and get some parts like fan belt, rocker cover gasket, plugs and points, and possibly a new distributor cap, because it's quite bad on this, but it does run. So as far as the XK is concerned, that was being painted this week. I haven't had any news at the moment, so no news is good news, as they say. What we'll do is, I'm hoping, he did say after it was painted he would probably leave it 2 or 3 weeks before they let it harden up, before they polish it and so on. So I'm not expected to have it back within the next 4 weeks or so. Basically when Amir goes on his time off, by the time he gets back we should just be about ready to collect it, hopefully, if it's done correctly and it's the way we want it. So that's basically the update on it. I will do some more on this Gypsy Caravan I'm doing, because I've now got it into a situation where the frame, part of the frame and the bogies are already made up and we can just about ready to move it. But I didn't get a very good response on it, so I might just leave it. We'll see. If anybody asks and want to see how I'm getting on, I might just put a quick two minutes on it or something, because it's not something that I haven't tried to sell it in any way, and maybe I haven't worded it right. I put Varda, maybe it's had a Gypsy Caravan, whatever. But if I can, I'll put a little bit of footage in it as well, just so you can see what we're up to, but not very much. Anyway, yeah, so that's where we're up to. That's the update on pretty much all the projects we've got going at the moment. So, yeah, as usual, stay safe, keep the faith, enjoy your hobby, and we'll catch you in the next one. Take care.